Good evening, fellows, and welcome back again into the weekly market outlook. I hope you all doing well, enjoying your Saturday and enjoying your weekends and getting ready for the next week. Yeah, so I will start from a very nice and amazing feature which has just recently been introduced by the TV, by the Trading View. So this feature is very nice. Yeah, I have posted idea on the Trading View. So this idea is not in picture, so this idea is in the form of video. All right, so this is very nice feature for specifically those people who are completely new to the trading. Yeah, they can look at these ideas and they can understand how professional traders analyze the market. Yeah, so very nice feature, and all credit goes to the Trading View. Very nice feature. Yeah, so you can see how professional traders analyze the market and how they look at the trade setup. So follow me on TradingView as well, and I think they are running a very nice discount for the for the new clients. Yes, 60% off. So you can take that if you want. Very nice platform for analyzing the charts. Now let's move on to the market. Yeah, let's move on to the website. Yeah, so you can follow me on the website as well. If you are not following me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Telegram, or TradingView, you can have the access to the ideas on the website. All right, so trade setups are there. Whatever you want, just click on that. You're gonna get the access to the trade setup. Yeah, so long watch bottom for upside. You can see the ideas over there on the website as well. All right, so if you want to join us, join our group, just register on this website, or if you want further information, fill this form and send it to me. All right, so fill this form and send it to me for further information if you want any information. All right, okay, so let's move on to the charts. What we may see next week. Okay, so let's look at the dollar index, which where dollar index is heading. So the bigger picture, you all know that. Those who are following me since couple of weeks or even days, they understand what we were looking for on the dollar index. Yeah, so we got that move, similar like the previous move, and we are breaking down. All right, so we are in the previous trend to the downside. So there was a setup when I posted that on the Trading View. So yeah, you can see over there we are heading to the downside. Okay, so what's next? We had very nice continuation formations over there on this pair on dollar index, and I have even updated those charts. You can see over there very nice continuation formation. I was anticipating, we got that, we got the breakout, we got another one but on lower degree, and we got the breakout. All right, so why I'm paying more attention or putting more time on this one, because this pair give you the idea what will happen across the board on the other dollar pairs. Okay, so understanding dollar index is very important. Okay, so we got that continuation formation, we got the breakout. Okay, I hope you fellows are there, so are there into that trade, so selling. Okay, so if dollar index is just falling, what will happen on the Euro USD? Euro USD will rise. What will happen with the USD CHF? Will fall. USD Yen will fall. USD CAD may fall. Yeah, New Zealand dollar may rise, may give us a bigger correction. Aussie USD He give us a reversal. Okay, so similar like that. Just watch this continuation formation at this area. Once you're gonna see that there is a short-term trade set up to that bottom. Okay, for next week. So if it is going to reverse from the current price, I need to see something impulsive over there before buying the DXY from the current price. Okay, so maybe some of you fellows use support and resistance and gonna put line over there and gonna buy based on that to the upside. All right, so we need to see impulsive moves, something like that, before buying at the current price. Okay, so there is no buy setup. I don't see there is a buy setup. I only see a continuation. If we're gonna have another continuation formation at this area, keep selling the USD Yen, keep buying, keep selling the USD CHF, keep selling the USD CAD, yeah, and keep buying the Euro USD back to the previous top. Okay, so that is your trade for next week. Let's see how far that trade gonna go. We're gonna watch this bottom for the breakout to the downside. Okay, double bottom. If price gonna give us a price section at the previous bottom, we will watch for the double bottom. So DXY and Euro USD. I hope you fellows bought the Euro USD as well from the bottom or when we were having that impulsive move. So we are heading back to that top. Yeah, so if you haven't bought Euro USD from this area, so at least you should be into the buy side from this area. So we were buying at this area as well in our room. We were watching price action at this area for change in pattern formation. We haven't got the price section for change in pattern formation. We are breaking and going to continue. Okay, so why I'm showing you the previous price behavior, this price behavior, because you need to see that behavior again. If you're gonna see that, there's gonna be another opportunity for you to go back to that top. Okay, so understanding the previous data is very, very important. So you can see over there when we were anticipating last week this pattern formation. Even we have spoken about that with so much detail in last week in the weekly market outlook for both for short-term trade and for reversal from the bottom back to that top. So we are heading into that wave. So what is next? Okay, so that's the previous. What is next? Next is this. All right, similar formation. The previous one, this one at this area. Once price is going to complete that, look for that move. Okay, so you can trade on that short-term correction as well to the downside. All right, you can sell, but that trade gonna be against that short-term trend to the upside. All right, so slightly gonna be risky, so careful. So currently it is not ready to buy or sell at the current price. Okay, so if we are not going to continue to the upside and we are going to get down, similar like the DXY, we need to see impulsive move at this area. Okay, something like that. And then continuation formation. So then we will start to sell the Euro USD to the downside. Okay, so we are still into the previous trend. We are looking for that wave to complete back to that top. All right, so Euro USD, yeah, let me look at the bigger structure because some traders hold their trades for longer term. So the trades that I'm showing for just for 1 week, for the next week. Okay, so the bigger structure is something like that. We are breaking that continuation formation for upside, so we're going to watch that top. If price is going to hold that, we will start to sell the Euro USD back to the bottom again. All right, the way we have done at this area, if you are following me on Euro USD since long, right? Okay, so we are getting back to that top. Okay, so we will sell from that top again. You can see over there we were selling over there when we were at the top. So let the price hit the top and then we will start to look for a reversal from the top, double top, sorry. Okay, so USD CHF, you all know that where we are heading and what we were looking for. Yeah, so this is the trade we were looking for. Yeah, and we are heading into that way, and I hope you fellows holding your shorts on the USD CHF. Again, DXY is also falling. That was the chart. And Euro USD is rising. and the USD chief is also falling. Okay, so what we need to look for, we need to look for this kind of pattern formation or this kind of pattern formation. All right, or this. Oh yeah, so you can see over there, price is just repeating same steps, same formations again, again, and again. Yes, similar formation you need to look for at this area. Okay, so what is your trade? Completion of that wave back to the bottom. All right, so I hope you fellows are holding your trades on these pairs. Okay, so we are still trending to the downside. I don't see there is a reversal for upside. Okay, so if it is going to continue or going to break out this bigger daily continuation formation for upside like that, yeah, so and going to get to the top, what we need to look for, at least we need to look for impulsive move from this area like that. Okay, impulsive move, continuation formation, and then we will start to look for upside. But I'm not looking for that move. I'm looking for this to continue to the downside. Yeah, so we are looking for the indexes to give us a bigger pullback or bigger correction and safe havens. Strength on the safe havens. Yeah, safe havens means strength on gold, strength on silver, strength on yen, and strength on chief. Okay, so watch this continuation formation and the next trade is there for the downside, continuation of the previous impulsive move. So USD Yen, I hope you fellows are enjoying your trade on the USD Yen. I have updated that idea a couple of times, so you all know that we were looking for sell on the USD Yen. Yeah, what is the bigger structure? Bigger structure is that was the impulsive move. We are in the sideways market. You can see over the sideways market. So where we are heading to the downside that way. Yeah. So how far that way we're gonna go, we will track that. We will track. Either we are going to get a reversal from this bottom back to that top and next leg of that impulsive move at this area, or we are going to break down and going to get a bigger correction to the downside, something like that. All right, bigger ABC move like that. Yeah, or retracement back to the 886 or 786 for another up leg. So we'll see that what price is going to do at this area. So that's a longer term perspective. We are looking for the previous impulsive move or previous wave to complete back to the bottom. Yeah, so that was the first idea. That was the next second idea, which I posted over there, and I told you fellas that we are still short on the USD Yen, although it has formed a couple of more bars for upside, but that hasn't changed the bigger picture. Okay, so bigger picture hasn't changed over there, so we are short on it. Okay, so there are a couple of possibilities. The first possibility is that you fellas just need to look at the breakout. You just need to repeat yourself the way you have done at previous. Yeah, so if you are following me on the Telegram, then you should be seller over there on USD Yen. Yeah, definitely you should be seller over there on the USD Yen. I think I have updated that chart a couple of times. Yeah, so you should be seller over there. This is the USD Yen. So if you are not following me on the Telegram, follow over there for quick updates. Okay, so let's look at the lower time frame, which way we are heading for now. So that is the continuation formation, which is very, very nice. So it has completed on 1 hour time frame. All right, it has completed on 1 hour time frame, but it hasn't completed on 4 hour time frame. All right, it hasn't completed on 4 hour time frame. That means we may see a couple of more bars at this area. Okay, and then breakout to the downside. All right, so that is your trade. All right, so one thing you need to keep in your mind, we were selling this pair from this area, and if you were following me on weekly market outlook, then you should be seller over there from that top. When we were here and I was telling you fellows, every time when price is just heading forming new high, you should be a seller over there. Yeah, so some experts were, or some traders, you know, those who think that they are expert and market only follow them and go in that way, the way they see. the market. They were showing their followers something like that. Market gonna go into that way. Yeah, they don't know what price was doing over there within that circle. Yeah, and what formation price was forming over there on bigger structure. Yeah, they just follow their indicators. All right, so let's move on lower time frame. What you need to look for, a couple of more bars. What you need to do on the USDM, you just need to look for sell every time and price is going to form a new high. Yeah, that is your sell. If it is going to break down, look for this to continue. If it is not going to break down, move on break even, let the market stop you out on break even. And if it is going to come back forming new highs, sell it again. Just keep repeating yourself. As long as price is going to stay within that formation, keep repeating yourself. Keep repeating yourself. Keep selling from that top. Watch breakout. If breaking, perfect, stay in. If not breaking, let the market stop you out on break even, and then get into the market again by watching the price action close to the upper trend line. All right, I haven't drawn my upper trend line over there, upper channel line. You can draw that. Okay, so for reversal, what we need to look for upside, yeah, for reversal of that bearish wave to the downside, because this pair is moving very, very nice and giving us very nice, setups to the downside. So that's why I'm spending more time on it. Okay, so if in case price is doing something like that, all right, so if in case price is doing something like that, yeah, so this is gonna be aggressive move. Aggressive move, that's gonna be a sign, yes, that we are not going to continue to the downside. We are going to get back to the top again. All right, so for reversal back to that top, we need to see something like that before buying the USD Yen. All right, impulsive breakout, continuation formation, then this is going to be the trade for you. All right, so currently I'm not looking for that trade. I'm looking for this to break down to the downside and continue with the previous trend. I hope you fellows are enjoying your trade on the USD Yen and look for further downside. Good luck, fellows. So Euro Yen. So last week we were I think if you fellows were following me on the USD Yen, then you know that what I have said to you. I have said to you, watch the bottom. If it is not going to break down the bottom, you should be a buyer over there. I hope you fellows were buyer over there on Euro on Euro Yen from the previous bottom and holding your short-term buy setup over there. So I'm looking for the let's move on. All right, let's leave it. So what is the bigger view? So bigger view is the same. Yeah, so bigger view is the same. Bigger view is this. This is a longer term view and it will have to come down. There is no doubt about that. It will come down. Okay, it will come down. We are in the bigger sideways market on bigger time frame, like monthly time frame in sideways market. So it will come down. We are running into sideways market at this area. Yeah, so this one more up move is possible. Okay, this one more up move is possible within that pattern formation. Yeah, this is a reversal formation and the price can go above this top and can form new high. Okay, but that doesn't mean this move is not going to come. All right, so if this is going to happen, that doesn't mean this move is not going to come. It will come. Okay, if it is not going to come in December, it will come in January, February, or after that it will come. So it's a longer term perspective, longer term view. Yeah, it can't go keep rising the way it is rising. It will come. Okay, so the question is, when it will start to come, when it will start to appear, will you be there in that trade or not? Yeah, the way I was just showing you the dollar yen. Yeah, maybe many of you fellows are not into that trade. You missed that. Okay, so similar like that, when that way will start to appear over there on Euro Yen, you should be into that trade from top. Okay, so what is next? We were buying this pair in our room at this area, and I think I have mentioned that in last weekly market outlook. If price is going to test this previous bottom, you should be a buyer over there. Yeah, so if you are following me or following my weekly market outlook, you should be a buyer over there. You should be into that profit now. Okay, so it can keep rising after forming that continuation formation and can hit that top. If so, we will be a seller again from that top to the downside. Okay, we will be a seller again from that top if it is going to test that top. Yeah, so you can trade for that short-term move back to that top, but that's going to be slightly risky. Yeah, because you're going to buy within this bigger structure. Yeah, if you are holding your buy from this area, perfect. You bought up, you got a very nice entry. Okay, so that short-term trade may appear over there. If so, we will be a seller again from that top. For short, if that move is not going to appear over there, what we need to look for, we have traded last time as well on that. So we need to look for this kind of behavior first. This kind of impulsive move, continuation formation, and then we will start to look for sell. Okay, so there is no setup at all at the current price. There was a setup, and if you bought that, you should look for continuation back to that top. All right, so that's the Euro Yen. We will be a seller. We will be seller again from that top if we see the top. Okay, so every time when Euro Yen is forming new high or testing the previous high, we are a seller over there. Okay, so no new trade setup on the Euro Yen. Just watch at the current price. If you will see the continuation formation, short term buy, watch top. If breakout, stay in. Let the market form new high, or let the market test the upper channel line and start to sell it again back to the downside. Yeah. So if it is going to form an impulsive move at the current price, watch continuation formation and start to sell. Okay, so currently I'm neutral at the current price on the Euro Yen. Let's move on the Pound CHF. So Pound CHF, I have posted that idea on the trading view. So it is quite similar like that. So that was a test. Yeah, this idea on GB CHF. All right. So the longer term, this is the move we are looking for. Okay, that trade. You can see over there how strong was that? How strong was that? Okay, how price is rising. If you understand impulsive move and corrective move, you understand which way it will go. All right. So the move we are looking for on the Pound CHF is that. This is the trade we are looking for. Okay, so we sold, we are selling, and again we are selling. That is the way we are looking for. In case if we know gonna get that wave and price is going to give us a change in pattern formation. Currently it is a continuation to the downside. If it is going to change in pattern formation and going to test that top, we will be a seller again. That's going to be a perfect place to hold a short for longer term to the downside. Okay, upper channel line. All right, so those who missed the entries at these areas. So we are holding our shorts on the Pound CHF for longer term to the downside. Yeah, so that was the short idea. I posted that short idea again. All right, so we are already seller at this area from this area. Okay, this is the pattern formation we are looking for. I'm not specific to the counts, not specific to the wave counts. Yeah, I'm looking for classical pattern formation. Yeah, so in classical pattern formations, your waves can vary. All right, your waves can vary, and you might be specific to the countings. All right, so what you just need to look at your chart. You should understand what behavior is that and what price is doing. If you understand these two behaviors, perfect. You don't need to do anything else. Yeah, so this information is enough for you to understand the next way, which way price is going to go. Okay, so it is falling correctively, forming flag. If this flag is going to break down, you can look for sell, putting stop loss behind that. That's going to be slightly risky to selling at this area within this corrective area. Okay, so this is the place you need to pay attention. Okay, once price gonna test that area, watch it, pay attention, watch price action, sell it, put stop behind that, and look for that wave to the downside. Watch it the previous bottom. If it is going to break down previous bottom, perfect. If not, take off your profit. Let the market come back to the area again, the area you shorted, sell it again. Okay, so what I'm having a reversal formation on the current price, like that, and it is breaking correctively. I'm looking for this to get back. We are already into into that short. All right, so if you are not into that short, so you have to wait for the price to give you a good place to get into the market. Yeah, so you should not be a seller over there. Yeah, okay, so only in one case you can sell at the current price if price is going to do something like that at this area, going to give you a stronger impulsive breakdown to the downside. Yeah, otherwise it can easily reach back to that top and can reach up to this bottom and can get back again. All right, so we are in a sideways market. You should be only seller from top, or you should be a buyer for short term from the bottom and then seller for the longer term to the downside. Okay, so the bigger view on the pound chief is bearish. It is forming something like expanding triangle. Look for sell when it will come close to the upper channel line. Okay, so keep in your mind your stop placement should not be within these areas. Okay, within these areas, yeah, it's gonna be a wider stop loss, but that trade gonna be for longer term, not for short term. Yeah, so once you're gonna put that stop placement as with compared to the longer term trade setup, your risk reward ratio gonna be much better and a high probability trade setup. Yeah, so this trade setup is quite similar like the Euro Pound if you were following me on the Euro Pound. All right, so back to that bottom, stop placement like that. Look at that. So your risk reward ratio is very nice over there. Okay, so longer term trade setup. So short term trade setup within that triangle, the triangle price is just forming over there. You can look for sell from top based on the resistance or whatever you want. You want to call that and look for profit. Couple of my traders, they are taking profit within these areas, selling. We were selling that breakout, taking profit, selling again, taking profit, selling again, taking profit. Yeah, so you can do that as well. You can sell for short term, take off your profit, look for short term buy, and then sell it again. As long as you understand the pattern formation, you can grab small money as well within those pattern formations. Okay, so pound Aussie dollar, longer term to the downside. Almost all pound pairs are showing me a longer term to the downside. Yeah, so this is also a very nice trade setup. So if you are following me on the pound Aussie dollar, then you know, at least you should have double your account. If you were just following me on this single pair, we were buying at the bottom. You can see over there, we were buying at this area, we were buying at this area, even we were selling at this area as well. We were selling at this area as well. So that idea was on the lower time frame. So we were selling at this area, we were short term buying when that channel was appearing, selling from that top again. Let me show you so that you can understand. So basically, the ideas I post on the TV, some ideas are for longer term, some ideas are for short term. Yeah, those ideas which are for longer term, you can trade on those ideas for short term as well. When I post update, or I update my longer term ideas, you can trade on those ideas for short term as well. Yeah, so that was the short term trade setup on the pound Aussie dollar within the previous channel, and then we were looking for the reversal from that top, and that was the reversal. When reversal appeared over there, that was the move we started to get down. Okay, so that idea, I posted that idea slightly early, and that was the final wave, the way we were looking for from that area to the downside, and then we were looking for buy, if you remember that. Okay, so similar like that wave, we are looking for this wave, similar like this wave. Okay, so that's another longer term trade on the pound Aussie dollar to the downside. All right, so we were looking for I think daily flag as well for the downside. Yeah, this area. So that's going to be a continuation trade. If we will see, yes, it is going to continue to the downside. That's going to be a continuation trade. Okay, so far we are looking for the reversal on the pound as the dollar. So that trade. All right, that move, similar like that wave. All right, so we'll see that how fast and how far that wave gonna go. Either we're gonna see the breakout back to this area, breakout of that bottom, or we're gonna see another reversal within that sideways market or within that pattern formation. All right, so what you need to look for on lower time frame, very nice trade setups are forming on these pairs. The pairs I have just shown you, pound USD Yen completed, pound shift going, dollar index going. So a couple of pound pairs are also forming very nice trade setup for next week. Okay, so we are here at that top. All right, so we are having that impulsive move. This is the invalidation point. You should be a seller over there. That is your trade. Watch this breakout. Longer term trade to the downside. Yeah, and if it is going to do something like that, this is not going to change the bigger structure, the bigger image, the longer term view. All right, this behavior is not going to change the bigger picture I have just shown you on bigger time frame. It will still be a bearish pattern for longer term to the downside. Yeah, so if you are looking for the longer term trade, you should not be worry when this is going to happen. Use stop loss according to that. If you are looking for short term trade within that sideways market and then taking some profit off, then you should be, of course, worry if that is going to happen. I mean, you should be a seller for longer term rather than for short term. Yeah, so I sold personally. We are shorting this pair within these areas. We shorted that this area as well, and I think last week I have shown you breakout or before that. Yeah, so we were looking for this to continue to the downside. I have posted that idea a couple of times. I have updated the idea, so we are having a change in pattern formation. All right, so let me look at that chart. So fellas, you can understand or you can learn something how patterns change themselves. So for our daily, yeah, that was the update. Okay, so we got the breakout, we got the nice breakout, yeah, but it wasn't going down. Yeah, so we are having change in pattern formation at this area. So that was the flag. Now we are having flat. Okay, so for flat, where you need to pay attention, where is the upper channel line. Okay, here is the flat. Okay, so where you need to keep an eye, this area. Okay, so keep an eye at this area. This is your short-term trade within that, like that. This is your short-term trade, and then watch the breakout. So you should not be a seller over there at this area at that breakout. That's going to be very late. Okay, so keep an eye at this area. If it is going to continue, perfect. If it is not going to continue and breaking and going to give us a change in pattern formation, the whole formation. Yeah, this is the number 1 and number 2 and continuation for third we are looking for. Okay, so going to give us a change in pattern formation. We are a seller again from that top to the downside. We are not buyer for that much money. All right. Okay, so let's move on for the next. Pound CAD is also a very nice trade. We are looking for this to give us a breakdown of that corrective up move. Yeah, but it is, still struggling. Up to which level you can watch that trade? You can watch that trade up to that bottom. All right, up to that bottom. So last week we were looking for this pair to continue to the downside. We have seen some change in pattern formations, and we sold it a couple of times. All right, so this corrective up move. Okay, so keep an eye at this area. That is your trade. Invalidation point is this. Okay, that is the invalidation point. So similar like the ABC move, the move which I was showing you, I think last week on the USD CAD. So that's your trade. So we'll see that how far that trade gonna go. Either we are going to hit the bottom or not. So I don't see there is a buy setup. If it is going to do something like that, I don't see there is a buy setup. I only see breakout of this continuation formation, this corrective up move to the downside. Yeah, something like that. So there is invalidation point. So keep an eye at this area, and that is your trade. Okay, so pound USD is much better than the pound CAD. All right, so here we got the area which I was showing you. I'll be interested to go for a shot. So which is the bigger, bigger, what is the bigger formation? That is the bigger formation on the pound USD. Yeah, so we're gonna get that longer term trade to the downside. We are heading into that wave. I have shown you that chart a couple of times ago. So what is the update? The update is this. So this is the trade you need to look for. Okay, for next week. That's your trade. So almost it seems to me it is ready to take on, and I have already taken that trade, and a couple of my traders also have taken that trade. Now we are looking for this to continue to the downside. Yeah, I don't see that is going to happen, but if it is going to happen, we will see for bigger change in pattern formation, and we'll start to sell from the top for the longer term to the downside. Yeah, so I'm not a buyer over there. I'm not looking to buy the pound USD for whatever the reason, or short term or for longer term. I don't see there is a potential for longer term to the upside on pound USD. Yeah, I only see a potential to the downside. Okay, so that's your trade. That's your trade for next week. Okay, that is your trade. All right, so if you don't want to sell at the current price, whatever the reason you are using, or whatever the indicator, or whatever the reason you are using, if you don't want to sell at the current price, yeah, then what you need to look for, just look at the lower time frame, watch it to give you a nice impulsive move to the downside, which is already there. Yeah, and then watch this continuation, and then break down to the downside. Okay, so if you don't want to sell at the current price and want to see more signs, then watch this breakout with stronger impulsive move, and then hold that trade for the downside. So pound USD is very, very nice. We are looking for this to get back within that corrective area, that trade, yeah, and give us a breakdown of this bigger daily sideways market to the downside. Yeah, I'm not looking for this much buy. Okay, this is a very, very small money, and for short term I'm looking for this to give us a continuation to the downside. In case if we see a breakout, okay, breakout, then we're gonna look for this pattern formation. Okay, this pattern formation, and then we're going to look for longer term sell to the downside. This pattern formation, the pattern formation we are having on the pound USD, it has to get down. Okay, it has to get down. It will test these areas again. If it is not going to hit the 120 area, at least it will hit the 126 or 127 areas at least. Yeah, okay, because the reversal, it is not a reversal pattern for upside. It is a continuation, bigger time, like weekly pattern formation for the downside, for continuation formation. I have just shown you these patterns on the pound yen, dollar yen. You can see over there. Yeah, so that's a continuation formation for the downside. Yeah, if it is not going to test this area, at least we're going to see price within these areas, 125 at least. Okay, so that's going to be a much bigger wave for you, gonna be enough for you if you're gonna, yeah, 700 pips, at least 700 pips. All right, so euro pound, the trade setups which I have just shown you are very, very nice. So euro pound, what euro pound is doing, still in the sideways market, getting back, testing that top again. So the trade setup is this. Okay, so again, remember, if we are going to get that trade, what I have said last week, let me show you what I have said last week. Okay, so that you fellows can learn something. Yeah, so pound chief, Pound CHF on 1 hour time frame. So where we were looking for a shot last week, we were looking for a shot at this area, if you remember that. Yeah. So we got that move, and after that, I think we were looking for at this area. Yeah. So what we got that move, and we got the reversal. That is what I was talking about last week. Yeah. If this pair is going to give you a move down, this pair will give you a slightly, couple of more candles above that area. Yeah. So that was my point. So if you sold at this area, put your stop at this area, you got kicked out from the market. Okay, so Euro Pound. All right, so we were buying this pair in our room at this area. So my traders were selling. We were last week we were looking for bigger continuation formation at this area, and then continuation. We haven't got the bigger continuation formation, and price just it was just falling. Yeah, and falling correctively. So we started to look for buy at this area. So we are still into that buy. We are looking for this to complete at that top and give us this pattern formation. Yeah, I have explained that pattern formation many times in last weekly market outlooks. Yeah, so that is the trade. Okay, so again, that trade gonna give us a sideways market on the pound chief. All right, so lower time frame, there is no buy setup at the current price. Let it come close to and test that top, look for short. Yeah, the way you fellows have done at this area. All right, so from that top to the downside, put stop behind that and look for downside. So break above will give us a bigger pattern formation change. Okay, break above. So we'll see that how that breakout is going to come. I mean, like that. This breakout is going to give us a change in pattern formation. This pattern formation. Yeah, so it can get back to that top. So we are not looking for change in pattern formation. We are looking for the continuation to the downside. Okay, so you should be into that trade from this high to the downside, not within the bigger sideways market. So pound New Zealand dollar is not ready. So similar like the last week. As I said to you last week, we are watching this pair closely for the longer term for that trade. So it is still not showing us any signs that yes, it is ready to sell for the downside. Yeah, because New Zealand dollar is not showing anything. New Zealand dollar is not ready to buy. So if New Zealand dollar is not ready to buy, so it's a very risky to buy the New Zealand pairs against the majors. All right, so we are watching at this area for that wave. So if I see that yes, it is ready to sell, or New Zealand dollar is showing some strength, and we will be a seller here and we will be a buyer over there on the New Zealand dollar, then I will update this idea and the New Zealand dollar as well. Okay, so there is no trade setup right now. So what you need to look for in case if it is going to get down, you just need to look at the price action. Like you need to look at the impulsive move, start to sell this pair. Okay, so I don't see there is a buy potential for longer term. Yeah, you can get that move. This is a very small money, but you should trade into that way where is the big money. The big money is to the downside. Yeah, watch that kind of price action. Once you're gonna see that is going to happen, keep selling that pair. All right, keep selling that pair for the longer term to the downside. All right, so pound New Zealand dollar, USD CAD. USD CAD is giving us two possibilities, and I'm sure that you fellows are holding your short on the US dollar and CAD. Okay, so what I said last week, that was the formation we were having last week. All right, that formation. So this is a very nice continuation formation. It will break down, and the way it is behaving, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for this wave to get back to that bottom, yeah, and give us this much potential and test this bottom again. All right, so very nice impulsive move, rising correctively, breaking down, which is a good sign, and have a very nice potential over there. Okay, we will look at the possible change in pattern formation on the USD CAD. But first of all, you should be a seller over there. If you are there in the last week market outlook, you should be a seller over there. Okay, so what I have said last week, I said you should not be a seller over there at this area. You should be a seller here at this area. Okay, I have drawn trend like that and shown you that area for a short. So you should be a seller over there. You should be on break even in that trade. Yeah, so if you are not there, so we are using a couple of techniques. We are using Elliott wave, but we are not specific to the counting. We are using classical chart pattern technique as well. So classical chart patterns are not specific to the wave counting. All right, so what are the classical chart patterns? So simple: channel, flags, triangles. These are the classical chart patterns. Okay, so the important thing is to understand the impulsive move and corrective move. All right, so impulsive move tells you that yes, buyers are strong into the market or sellers strong into the market. Yeah, where they are pushing the market, which way they are pushing the market. Yeah, that's very, very important. It is very basic thing, but very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Okay, so if you don't see what I see on my chart, like impulsive move and corrective move, then nothing gonna help you. I mean, these trend lines not gonna help you, indicators not gonna help you. So impulsive moves set the direction of the market. Yeah, either direction it is just appearing over there, upside or downside. So you should be a seller over there, or if you are not exactly selling this pair right from the top, then at least you should read that continuation formation when that continuation formation was forming on lower time frame. So we were selling this pair from top, and even we were selling this pair when it was forming a continuation formation on lower time frame to the downside. Yeah, so at least you should be a seller over there. So last week I have shown you this area. Yeah, if you haven't sold at this area, you should be a seller over there. So my traders are there into that trade. Some sold at this area, some sold at this area. Yeah, so we are looking for this USD CAD to continue to the downside. Okay, what is next? The next is it has broken down the trend, but broken down with corrective candles. We can see that on bigger time frame it is corrective. Yeah, that is my point. So I'm not sure. Asim, yeah, that is my point. I see that how that price can break it down. So if you don't understand this price behavior and putting a lot of stuff on your chart, like indicators, a lot of indicators or a lot of stuff over there, but you don't understand this behavior. Yeah, so those indicators will not help you at all if you don't understand this, how price is just breaking down that trend. Okay, so how price is doing within this area and how price is doing within this area, how price was doing within this area. That's really important to understand the behavior of the market, the behavior of the moves. Okay, so what's next? It has broken down with corrective candles. We are having that continuation formation. First of all, we are looking for this to continue to the downside. Okay, we are looking for this to give us that kind of pattern formation, which is just developing over there, and give us a stronger breakdown to the downside. Okay, so stronger breakdown to the downside, something like what kind of pattern formation? Something like that. All right, like this. Okay, so we'll see that, as I said last week, we will see that how far that move gonna go. All right, this move, how far that move gonna go. If that move gonna be, at some point, if this move is going to be stronger, we will keep selling that pair up to that bottom, up to this area. Okay, so what is the possibility of this pair? The possibility I'm having over there. Yeah, currently you need to look for this flag to break down aggressively to the downside. That's the continuation formation. All right, so if it is not going to break down and holding this bottom, okay, this area, all right, you need to keep an eye at the previous bottom, because that bottom going to play a very, very important role to give us a change in pattern formation. Okay, so I'm just going to put this trend line like that, and you will start to see another pattern formation over there. Okay, like that. Okay, I have just changed. You see that? This is a possible pattern formation which may appear over there for another up leg. Okay, so that pattern formation may appear over there, like trend, like triangle formation or falling wedge. All right, so this place is very, very important to keep an eye. Okay, so if price keeps struggling at this area, is not breaking down, yeah, so take off your profit, the short you are holding from this area, take off your profit and watch this kind of price action, and that is your trade. Okay, that is your trade. So let me show you what kind of trade I'm talking about. We have the example. All right, so let me remove that. Let me remove that. Let me remove that. So what was the trend? That was the corrective uptrend. You see that similar pattern formation is there. All right. Okay, so you see that similar pattern formation, and it is going to continue. Yeah, this is the area you need to pay attention at this area. Okay, for that possible pattern formation. So when you're gonna decide, yes, this is the time to buy. Okay, when you will see that kind of price action, so you need to understand for that. Okay, when you will see that yes, it is not going to break down, and going to give you a breakout for upside, and you should be into that trade. Buy. Okay, price action, impulsive price action for upside. So CAD Yen, USD CAD, we are looking for this forward to give us a stronger breakdown to the downside and give us a continuation trade to the downside. Okay, breakdown, stronger breakdown. If we don't see stronger breakout at this area, watch it, impulsive move, that is your trade. And those who are holding their short from the top, take off your profit and look for long. So once we're going to see that yes, the bigger the short-term move is going to happen over there, then we will be seller again from that top. Okay, so just keep in your mind, this corrective uptrend will end up somewhere here or within these areas. Okay, so if that move gonna be over there, we're gonna buy and we will sell it again. All right, so the bigger picture is showing me another move to the downside. Okay, this weekly chart is showing me another move. All right, so like what? Let me show you. So what was that? Impulsive move. What was that? Corrective move. What was that? Impulsive move. So we are correcting back, okay, for another leg. So how far that leg gonna go, that's a secondary option. All right, so where we sold USD CAD, we sold exactly at that top under that trend line. You can see over there. Okay, so if the way which I have just shown you on 4-hour time frame, like triangle or falling wedge is going to form, we will be a seller again from that top. Okay, from that top. All right, if this move is going to appear, we will be a seller again from that top. All right, so USD CAD is setting up for a big move, and very nice move. So New Zealand dollar, so New Zealand dollar is, you all know that where we are heading. We are heading on New Zealand dollar on the breakout, yeah, at this area. So if you are following me on this area, on this chart from this area, then you should be a seller over there. Yeah, big money was there on the New Zealand dollar, similar like the USD CAD. I hope you fellows enjoy that trade. Okay, so what's next? So we are playing under that trend, under that trend. Yep, the price is just playing under that trend. So there is an opportunity, all right, within that pattern formation. Okay, this opportunity, all right, the opportunity. So we were selling here. You all remember that. I don't need to go back to those charts. Otherwise, we're going to waste time. All right, so I'm looking for this to give me that short-term up leg and price action at this area and then that leg. Okay, so maybe we're not going to get price up to that top and price going to break down at this area. Okay, but the potential I can see over there is small and it can keep falling to the downside. All right, so I will prefer to see price at this area and then that trade. All right, so this trade, and if during the week I will see that yes, New Zealand dollar is setting up for the reversal, I will try my best to post this chart on TradingView or on Telegram, or on Twitter. So just follow me on those sites as well. Okay, so that trade. Okay, so we're at this area. So that trade gonna be a high probability trade setup at this area. So selling at this area doesn't make sense for me, or buying for that much short term doesn't make sense for me. Okay, so it makes sense for me and high probability trade setup at this area. Okay, so if you can't wait for that place and want to sell it or want to buy it, it's up to you, fellas. You can do that. Okay, so the potential is going to be over there. One's gonna hit that top and look for a short. Yeah, if you you are not clear to have a trade set up on this pair, I have shown you many trades set up on Pound USD or another yen pairs. You can trade on those pairs. Once this pair gonna be ready for you to trade, you can trade on this pair. Okay, so Aussie USD is quite similar like the New Zealand dollar. So you need to understand the bigger structure first. I'm showing you this previous chart again and again. I have shown that chart in last week as well. Okay, where we are sitting at this trend line. Okay, so price action, that move is possible over there. Okay, that wave is possible over there. So we are looking for price action at this area. Either we are having the reversal back within that channel or we are going to break down. So far, we are having short-term continuation formation on lower time frame. So we can look for this trade to the downside. All right. So this is the uptrend. All right. This is the uptrend, short-term uptrend. Yeah. And, when we will see aggressive breakout of this short-term trend like that and continuation, then we will start to buy the Aussie USD. Yeah, let me show you the update so that you can fellows understand when your setups, when you're you should follow. Okay, so that was the Aussie USD. Yeah, it was setting up for the top. You can see in all updates. So when that move completed, we started to sell this pair to the downside. Okay, so similar like that. First of all, we need to see something over there. Yes, it is ready to buy. We are heading back to that top. The bullish wave has just begun. The trend has reversed. Then you need to be a buyer over there. You need to be bullish over there. Okay, so far, let me remove that trend line. Okay, what is your trade for next week? Couple of more bars can appear over there like that, and look for that trade. Okay, that is your trade, and once price is going to come close to that trend line, and if price is going to start to give you a bullish impulsive move, keep buying back to that top. All right, keep buying. So this much potential going to be over there for next week. Yeah, similar like that. All right. So if you are following me on Aussie USD from this area, you should be into that trade. You should be profitable over there. Okay, I have shown you that short-term sell last week. All right, so that is your trade for next week. And if we are not going to have that trade and we are having a reversal, stronger impulsive move, testing that bottom, or from this area, we will start to buy the Aussie dollar. Okay, we will start to buy. So It is forming continuation formation. Keep selling for short term. We'll see that how far that wave, the wave we are having, gonna go. Keep selling for short term. Yeah. Okay. So Euro New Zealand dollar, we were having short on the New Zealand dollar at this area. Yeah, that was the short we were looking for on the New Zealand dollar. Yeah, we got the breakout, but price did not continue. We haven't got that breakout. We haven't got that breakout. I think I updated that chart. Let me look at that. Ah, yes. All right, so we haven't got the breakout. You can see over there, I was looking for this breakout so that we can get that move. So price went into a bigger correction or completely changed this fat formation. Okay, went somewhere here. So it hasn't gone far away. Euro New Zealand dollar hasn't gone far away. Yeah, it is still bearish. It is still bearish. Okay, so what you need to do, what I'm looking for Euro New Zealand dollar to give us that move. Yeah, that move. If we are not going to have a bigger move, at least that move. Yeah, I mean, if we are not having that move, that wave back to that bottom, at least we're gonna get that move. Okay, so there is no buy setup, there is sell setup for that much, and if that wave is going to get down, there is a huge potential on this pair. Okay, so trade setup like what? Let me show you trade setup like what. Trade setup like this. Okay, trade setup like this. If we were looking for a big move to the downside at that time as well, we haven't got the big move, but we got a nice profit over there. Yeah, nice profit over there. We were selling when price was testing that top. We got the nice profit over there. Okay, so similar like that move I'm looking for on the Euro New Zealand dollar at the current price. So previous pattern is about to change. We are testing the top, that top. All right, so we are testing that top. So watch this area for that trade. Okay, this pattern formation has changed. Okay, this pattern, we haven't got the breakout. It has changed. So a couple of more candles, watch that top, or it can go above that and still gonna be bearish. Okay, so before selling this pair, you have to keep an eye on the New Zealand dollar. Okay, and Euro USD. So we are looking for Euro USD to give us another leg, continuation formation, another leg. Okay, if that leg is going to happen, you're not gonna get that move. Okay, it will keep pushing for the upside. You're not gonna get that move. All right, and what we are looking for on New Zealand dollar and US dollar, one more move down. Yeah, so both moves, bullish on Euro USD, bearish on New Zealand dollar, will push this pair for further upside. Okay, so keep an eye on those pairs as well before selling this pair. So CAD Yen, these pairs, the CAD Yen and the Aussie Yen should give us a bigger correction before heading to the downside. Yeah, so you can look for short-term buy for that trade. All right, that trade. Okay, so that trade in the form of correction and then move down. Okay, if it is going to get back and testing the top, we'll see that how far that going to go. But the longer term wave, the wave I'm showing you on these three pairs, CAD Yen, Aussie Yen, and New Zealand Yen, I think New Zealand Yen has already gone, but that wave has gone because of the New Zealand dollar, not the Yen. So I'm looking for big moves on the Yen pairs because of the strength of the Yen. Okay, so that is your trade. Okay, that is your trade. If that trade is going to go above and going to test the top again, we're gonna be a seller again for the downside. I don't see this is a reversal on the CAD Yen for longer term to the upside. I see this move. Okay, and that move will appear over there. That's a 100%, you can say that, yeah, 100%. I'm 100% confirmed that we're gonna get that move. Why? Because indexes has to give us a correction. Indexes have to give us a correction. So once we will see the correction on the indexes, all yen pairs will start to move down aggressively, and they will. Yen pairs will. All right, so Aussie yen, you see that it has already gone and broken down this move, the move which I was looking for on the Aussie yen. So this move we are looking for, and it has broken down that trend. Okay, broken down that trend, but the strength on the Aussie yen, the weakness on the Aussie yen is because of the Australian dollar, not because of the yen. Yen has to get strong. Yeah, so once we will see that yen pair are going to get strong, they move very, very fast. Very, very fast. Okay, so this continuation formation. All right, so if it is going to continue to the downside, yeah, you can look for short-term sell. We sold this pair in our room at this area for that trade, and we were looking for this to give us a continuation continuation to the downside. Yeah, so for the longer term trade to the downside, at least you need to see something like that. Yeah, if you remember that, I have shown you that move before it appears in the last weekly market outlook. All right, so similar like that formation we need to see over here at this area before selling the Aussie yen for longer term to the downside. All right, so Aussie yen, we need to see a continuation formation under that trend, this continuation formation, yeah. Once that continuation formation gonna complete, I will update the idea and we're gonna go for that trade. Okay, this is a huge move, huge wave to the downside. Big potential gonna be over there on the Aussie yen. All right, so if you want to sell for short term, that's okay, you can do that. You are having very, very nice continuation formations, so you can do that for short term. These are your trade. We sold that in our room at this area. Yeah, we were looking for this to continue, so you can do that if you want to do that. This is a continuation formation. You can look for sell somewhere here for that move, and how far that you're gonna go. Track that wave. At some point, it will give us a bigger correction. The correction I have just shown you. So once that correction gonna finish, we will be a seller again. Yeah. I think I have shown you, yes, I have shown you very, very nice trade on the CAD yen on that day, if you remember that. Yeah, so similar like that trade. Okay, similar like that trade we're gonna look for. Yeah, when price was there, I have shown you sell at this area. Yeah, so those who have taken those trades, they understand. All right, they understand. So this kind of correction on the Aussie yen and CAD yen and that kind of trade. All right, so let's move on to the next. We are having some gold pairs, and New Zealand yen is already at the bottom. New Zealand yen is already at the bottom. Okay, so where I was looking for short, I was looking for short at this area, and unfortunately I haven't posted that chart when price was somewhere here. I think I haven't posted that chart when price was somewhere here. Yeah, so we were looking for short at these areas. And what is current? Let's move on to the current scenario. We are almost going above the R. Okay, because you fellows seems to me tired. Yeah. Okay, so keep an eye on this. Yeah, this continuation formation, that is your trade. Okay, how far that trade gonna go? Track it. All right, or if you want to set the profit target, 141 or 127 or 161 within this area. Okay, so watch this kind of trade. All right, so if it is not going to break down and going to give us a bigger correction, then let it come close to the trend line. Yeah, that's going to be much better or bigger correction and higher probability of trades that are going to be over there. Yeah, so that's going to change the pattern. This impulsive move going to change the pattern and going to start to get back to the top again. All right, so watch this continuation formation to break down. CAD chief is something like that. All right, one more up move and then sell it from that top. Yeah, so you fellows were selling CAD chief from that top, that up move, and that trade to the downside. Yeah, so bigger structure is similar like the previous one. Yeah, since last couple of weeks we are tracking the CAD sheet. We are selling this every time when it is just testing that top for that wave. Okay, so one more up move is possible on the CAD sheet. Yeah, so that up move is possible. All right, that up move is possible. You can look for short-term buy, keep an eye, and once price is going to test that top, keep an eye at this area, and test that top, again, look for sell to the downside for longer term. All right, so CAD Chief and EuroCAD. EuroCAD is a much better opportunity. We are already short on the EuroCAD. EuroCAD is just rising because of the strength of the euro and the weakness on the CAD pairs. So we were having some bad data in last week on the CAD pairs, and CAD was reacting according to that data. Okay, so that is your trade. All right, so it is forming new high within this corrective structure. That doesn't mean we are going to get up. Okay, so we are in a bigger weekly sideways market. All right, so bigger weekly sideways market. You can see that. So what I was looking for, I was looking for that trade, looking for that channel to complete that trade. So the way it is rising, the way it is going, seems to me that it is very, very corrective and not convincing. So which trade we are looking for? We are looking for to give us this pair, to give us that move, this move. All right, that move. So let me look at the lower time frame, what you need to look for. So sell it as much high as possible. Yeah, sell it as much high as possible. So we are already into that shot. All right, so watch it. Watch top, that top. Use stop loss, don't trade without stop loss, fellows. Watch that kind of price action, impulsive move, continuation, and that is your wave. All right, so Aussie New Zealand dollar, that's your trade. Okay, and the bigger structure will be same. That is your trade. Okay, break below this area going to give us a change in pattern formation. So that's the trade. Okay, so your stop placement should be behind that area. Okay, so bigger structure is this. We will sell it from that top again. All right, we will sell it from that top again. So that is your trade for short term. And once price is going to complete that, look for sell from that top again. All right, so we are up in a bigger downtrend on the Aussie New Zealand dollar. Okay, so you can look for sell. Aussie CAD, look for buy at the bottom. All right, that's your trade. That's your trade, all right? Okay, that's your trade. One more move down and then look for buy. All right, so it is something like, it is forming something like flag, one more move down and then another up leg or reversal. Yeah, reversal. We are looking for the Aussie CAD to give us a reversal. Okay, that is your trade. So short term, we are not looking for that much money. We are looking for the reversal on the Aussie CAD. Okay, so one more leg is possible on the Aussie CAD and buy it as much low as you can. All right. So how far that move gonna go, we'll track. Okay, so I'm looking for this to give me a whole move back to that top. Okay, so at this area, so it is falling correctively. We are having something like continuation formation for upside. So watch it at the bottom for buy. So Aussie Chief is just going to continue the way we were looking for it to go. Yeah, so there is no perfect trade set up on the Aussie Chief at the current price. If you still want to look for a sell on this pair, at least you need to see a continuation formation at this area, okay, like that, and then that is your trade. So keep an eye on this area. All right, so keep an eye. If you're gonna see the continuation formation, look for sell. So Euro Aussie dollar, it is it is not ready for me. So some of my traders are also asking me a lot of about this pair. That yeah, we missed that. I think we missed that, the pound yen. We will look at that. Okay, we will look at that pair after this. All right. So some, some experts, they think that they are master, and as I said before, market only gonna follow them, not gonna follow others. Yeah. So it is not ready to sell. Okay, it is not ready to sell. Currently it is not ready to sell. It is ready for short-term buys. Okay, because if you are just following the market or following the others without understanding the market, or without understanding the pairs, how they are behaving across the board, then highly likely you're going to get into the bad trades. Okay, so I have seen one guy was was saying sell this pair every time when it was forming, and look for the longer term trade to the downside. So I hope they got a couple of bad trades as well. All right, so what you need to look for, price action, that is your trade. Yeah, if it is going to break down, stay in. Otherwise, it will keep pushing like that. You know why? Because Euro USD is not ready. Euro is not ready to the downside. So what Aussie dollar is doing? Getting down. So those pairs have give you a clue before this move. Okay, we were looking for sell whenever it was forming top, but when we have seen that it has changed the pattern formation, gone above that, we stopped selling this pair. Yeah, we went for short-term buys. Okay, so let's look at the lower time frame so that you fellas can get the idea what you need to look for. It has broken out that area. Some of my fellows were looking this trade. Yeah, so keep an eye. If you still want to sell this pair, keep an eye. But before selling this pair, keep an eye on the Euro USD and Australian dollar. Okay, what you need to look for on Australian dollar, what I have just shown you, impulsive move from the trend line. Once that impulsive move gonna appear over there, this pair will start to fall. Automatically will start to fall to the downside. Yeah, so if you don't see that impulsive move, this pair will keep pushing. Yeah, keep pushing. DXY is down, Euro is up, Euro USD is up, so it will keep pushing. All right, so let's move on to the pound yen. Yeah, so we haven't looked at that pair. We missed that, I think. Pound yen, as I said last week, if you followed me last week, you should be a profitable over there. Last week I said you should be a buyer over there when price was somewhere here. I'm not sure where it was. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I said you should be a buyer over there. Let me show you the bigger structure. Yeah, what is the bigger structure? That's the bigger formation. Okay, that's the possibility. So we are having change in pattern formation. Yeah, this pattern formation. Yeah, that was the impulsive move. That was the continuation. We were looking for this to give us a continuation to downside. Yeah, the way it is doing at this area, that move is possible. Okay, that pattern formation is possible. Like triangle. Okay, that formation is possible. It can give us that move, or even can relay these tops. Okay, this is the possibility we may see over there. Okay, but currently where you need to pay attention for both scenarios. Okay, on lower time frame we are having very nice channel, reversal channel, and if you were there in the last weekly market outlook, you have taken some profit on this. So some of my traders bought at this area, and we were selling when it was forming lower time frame 15-minute flag, and we were selling. Yeah, so I was looking for buy at this area. Price never went up to that, start to rise before that. That means this channel is about to break, about to give us a direction. Okay, and the direction to the upside is likely, yeah, highly likely gonna be the upside. So where you need to be interested, yeah, it can do like that. Watch it. That is your short-term trade. Once price is gonna come close to this bottom, watch it to continue to the downside. If it is going to do that, perfect. Not going to do that, that is your trade. Okay, buy at the bottom again. If pound yen keep falling correctively the way it is falling, if like that, yeah, if like that, then you should buy, you should be a buyer over there, okay, for that move, and then sell to the downside. All right. Okay, I'll try my best to update this idea. I haven't updated that idea since last couple of days, so I will try my best. Okay, so far what you need to look for, you need to look for this short-term trade from that bottom, that short-term trade. Okay, that, and how far that trade gonna go, we'll see that at this top. Okay, going to break out or what? Yeah, so the other pairs which I have just shown you on the other pound pairs I have just shown you, this idea is against those pairs. Yeah, this buy setup is against those pairs, so you have to be careful. We are short on the other pound pairs. Yeah, but this pattern is showing me one more up move. Okay, so where you need to pay attention, at the bottom. If it is going to break down aggressively that bottom, yeah, there is no buy setup. Okay, so where you need to be a seller, the area which I have just shown you on lower time frame. Okay, at this area. So here we were selling in our room. Okay, when that was happening over there, or when that was happening over there, or that was happening over there, we were looking for this to continue to the downside. So that was a short-term trade within that channel. Okay, so keep an eye, yeah? Keep an eye at the current price. It is struggling. So keep an eye for that trade. If that trade is going to be corrective, take off your profit, look for that trade. If aggressive, stay in for the breakout. Watch this area to continue into the downside. So let me look at the gold and then we're going to finish. Gold, my view is still bullish on the gold. I'm looking for the gold to give me a move back within that area. Okay, give me that move, but you all can see that it is forming a flag, okay, on bigger daily time frame. Yeah, so that move is possible. Yeah, up to that bottom and then again within that circle, within that structure. Yeah, within that structure back to that area. So again, if you are following me on the gold since last couple of days, so you should be profitable over there, okay, because I have shown you by this area and by these areas. I have posted that chart when price was forming that formation. Yeah, so we have taken couple of profit, couple of time on within that formation. Yeah, and I bought that this area again, looking for this to continue to the upside, but the way it is behaving seems to me that we're gonna see that move. Okay, so if that move is going to happen, you should be a seller over there at that top. All right, that's your trade. And if we come close to this bottom again, buy it again. All right, the bigger structure line, buy it again. All right, I don't see gold is going to go far away to the downside. Okay, again, if I see something is going to change on the gold, I'll try my best to post that idea on the trading view, fellows. All right, so currently I'm still sticking to that. Yeah, we're having flag on the bigger daily time frame, but I don't see that flag is going to go far away. Okay, so this structure only gonna violate when we will see aggressive breakdown at this area like that. Okay, if we will see that, then we will see the change in pattern formation. Okay, this structure is no more. We are heading further to the downside, back to the bottom. Okay, so good luck to you, fellows. On the gold, oil is still bullish for short term. This is also same. Yeah, silver is also same. I don't think so. I need to go into too much detail, but let me show you quickly. All right, so that is the impulsive move. We are still into that trend, breakout corrective, that move up to this area or this area, you're gonna be a buyer over there. Yeah, that is your trade for medium term. So short term is this. I'm not interested. I'm more interested to get that much trade. Yeah, the way we have bought at this area for that trade. Okay, so we will buy the silver again at the bottom, and oil still into this to the uptrend. Okay, I'm looking for that area. closely within this area. Yeah, if I'll see gold, oil is going to give us that move, I'll try my best to post that idea. Okay, so at some point oil has to correct. Oil is running at 64, which is expensive according to the current market condition. This is expensive. Yeah, so it will have to correct. So once we will see that we are having the correction for the downside like that, if you fellows remember that we traded on that correction successfully. Yeah, I posted a lot of good trades on there. Yes, and then we're gonna look for oil for the longer term to the upside. Okay, so correction is about to come on the oil. I'm watching oil closely. If I see, yes, oil is ready to sell, I will post that trade. Okay, so indexes, we have, missed the indexes. So I think enough for today. We will look at the indexes in tomorrow meeting. Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna hold for the cryptocurrency, the weekly market outlook for cryptocurrency. Yeah, if you remember, let me look at the cryptocurrency quickly so that you fellows can understand, those who trade on the cryptocurrency. Yeah, so quickly, you remember that what I said last week to you fellows, opportunities are there on the Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, somewhere there. Yeah, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum. This is not rising aggressively. Bitcoin Cash Dollar, Bitcoin Gold Dollar. And just look at that, how fast. We will do that. I don't see there is a trade set up on the S&P 500 right now. Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. So just look at the Bitcoin Gold, how fast Bitcoin Gold was rising. And I hope you fellows buyer over there. Yeah, I have posted that chart and I have updated that chart and have shown you buy at the bottom. So I hope you fellows were buyer over there and having some money in your pocket. All right, so just look at that. Yeah, so it was flat over there, staying at this area. We got the breakout. That was the breakout. It is going nicely, rising nicely. So we're gonna look at these pairs tomorrow, and we're gonna look at the crypto market tomorrow. Okay, so thank you very much for being with me. Yeah, if anyone want to join our group, head to this website, tradingacademy.com. Yeah, follow me on Telegram, Twitter, Facebook for quick updates. Okay, follow me over there for quick updates. And one more thing, you are having a very nice, very nice discount over there on the trading view. If you want to buy that. Yeah, I haven't seen best platform than this. Yeah, for analyzing the chart. So TradingView is the best platform to analyze the chart. Yeah, so you have a free movement. You can move your chart either way, and lots of very nice tools. Yeah, so if once you're gonna buy the plan, you're gonna see lots of other features as well. Very nice. So this platform gonna completely change your way of thinking. That's my experience. All right, fellows, thank you very much for being with me, and we'll see you back tomorrow for cryptocurrency market outlook. Thank you, fellows. Bye bye.